Inclusive Schools Week is an annual event held during the first week in December to celebrate the progress schools have made in providing a supportive and quality education to students marginalized due to disability, gender, socioeconomic status, cultural heritage, language preference, and other factors. With the theme, Stand Up, Sit Tall for Inclusion, GSCS is honoring 6 educators as agents of inclusion. Their dedication, passion, and creativity are developing opportunities for students who were traditionally educated in separate environments to learn and flourish among their peers.
Inclusion is so important in today's society because my students are going to be in the workforce. So not only do my students need the practice in school of advocating for themselves, being able to get what they need, access the community, but the general education students need to learn what to look for, how to help these students be successful. So it's very important that at an early age, everyone has an opportunity to learn and be friends with each other, because a lot of times they have the same interests and they're able to become friends with them through their mutual interests. Personally, inclusion means giving my students every opportunity possible to be able to learn from their peers, from general education peers, from special education peers, to prepare them for life, for a career, have an opportunity to help themselves and help their family in providing an income. My name is Joan Baldridge, and I'm an agent of inclusion.
I'm the lead speech language pathologist for the department with deaf, hard of hearing, and vision impaired. We screen children from birth to 5. We work with children who may have a speech impairment, a hearing impairment, or a vision impairment. We try to locate those children at an early age so that we can work with them before their school age and they can matriculate into the school system with the skills that they need. Well, today's society as a whole is an inclusion model. We all have our differences, and it's best if we embrace those differences instead of fear those differences. So if we can provide an inclusion setting for our students while they're at school, and when they matriculate into society as a whole will be ready for them, and they'll be ready for society. My name is Deidre Vance Collier, and I'm an agent of inclusion.
In the preschool program, we have 2 different inclusion programs. One is in the schools and one is in the community. And the one that's in the schools is for 3-year-olds and for 4-year-olds. And those classes have 6 students identified as children with special needs, with the rest of the class makeup of general ed students, so they have good models. Yes, very young children learn through imitation, and they need good models in order to know how to do school, how to line up, how to go through the cafeteria line, how to walk in the hall. All of those things, they need good models for those sorts of skills, because they don't pick them up naturally. With good models and imitation, they can. My name is Margaret Falk, and I'm an agent of inclusion.
I think inclusion is important because everybody in our world is not the same. We all have different backgrounds, we have different strengths and weaknesses, advantages and disadvantages, and if our schools don't reflect what society is, then our students are not going to be ready to function in that society when they get a job and there's someone different than them, when there's someone of another religion or another socioeconomic level. It's really important that our classrooms reflect the world that our students are going to be a part of, and inclusion is really important to making that happen. My name is Brett Duncan, and I am an agent of inclusion.
Well, I've been a special education teacher for over 30 years. Special Needs Prom started in 2011. My father died unexpectedly in 2010, and I just felt like he was just kind of speaking to me, to do something, to give back. All they want is to be accepted and have friends and go and do things just like everybody else does. I'm just glad that things are changing and that these kids are getting more I don't know if you'll call it attention, but more accepted. My name is Jill Driggers, and I'm an agent of inclusion.
As a music educator at GSCS, pretty much I incorporate music to the students, to the various students and the learners by teaching them the pedagogy and the theories and technologies of music. I like to see that every student is incorporated within the classrooms. Those students should feel isolated in the classroom, in any classroom setting, whether it's in music, physical education, or curriculum, core curriculum classes. Every student should feel a need or feel accomplished in the classroom settings. My name is Reginald Mitchell, and I'm an agent of inclusion.
These agents of inclusion are leading their school communities on how to embrace diverse cultures, inclusive practice, resulting in improved outcomes for all students.